Assalamualaikum and good morning. Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today I'd like to talk about some serious workplace issues, but through a unique lens. Sometimes fictional stories like the TV show Lucifer can offer very real lessons. In the episode clip, we've seen Lucifer Morningstar, a civilian consultant, interferes in a police investigation. While this may seem like a harmless entertainment, it actually highlights major workplace concerns we should reflect on in our professional environments. Let's break down three key issues shown in the clip: disruption of workflow, ignoring professional rules, and unethical behavior. The first and most obvious issue is the disruption of workflow and procedure integrity. In a police department, there are strict procedures that must be followed: collecting evidence, interviewing witnesses, securing a crime scene, and documenting every step carefully. These are not just formalities, they exist to prevent mistakes, ensure justice, and protect everyone involved. In the video, Lucifer constantly disrupts this workflow. Instead of following proper protocol, he diverts attention with his personal comments and dramatic actions. While it adds humor and excitement for the viewer, in a real world workplace, this kind of behavior could lead to major consequences. Imagine missing a crucial piece of evidence because someone distracted the officer. Or imagine a witness being influenced improperly and their testimony being disqualified. These mistakes can result in the wrong person being arrested or the real criminal walking free. A breakdown in process can jeopardize the entire integrity of the workplace. For example, like inside the video, we can see Lucifer and Detective Chloe trying to break free a prisoner from his cell by breaking into Lieutenant Pierce's office and steal the cell key, which is this is disrupting the workflow, disrupting the workflow and integrity, the process integrity. I mean, it's LAPD, police department. So that's some serious issue there. And second of all, the second issue is ignoring professional boundaries and rules. In the series clip, in the video clip, Lucifer is not an official member of the LAPD. He is just a civilian consultant, and he has no training, he has no accountability, and no obligation to follow the department's rule. Yet, Detective Chloe allows him to participate as if he were part of the team. This actually raises a few questions, like why? Why would he? He is just a normal civilian. Normal civilian. Yeah. This undermines the professionalism of the entire department. When someone without official clearance has access to sensitive case details or decision making, it creates a serious risk, both legally and ethically. What if Lucifer, who is unpredictable and emotionally driven, misuse the information he gets? What if he accidentally or intentionally shares it with the wrong person? In real life, this kind of breach can lead to lawsuits, disciplinary actions, and the loss of public trust in the institutions. Allowing someone to overstep their roles sets a dangerous precedent. Professional roles are there for a reason. They ensure accountability, trust, and fairness in the workplace. However, Lucifer ignored everything. Like, what if it is like Lucifer itself in LAPD, like one of the detectives, because he can make a judgment, he can give a solution, he can give out an idea, he can know who the murderer, he can even question the suspect, like interview the suspect. Like, no, he's just a civilian consultant. He's just a consultant. When the LAPD start, that's where he come. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, but That's not what happened here. That's not the case. Yeah. As you can see in the clip, Lucifer clearly and Detective Chloe clearly ignoring the professional role and let Lucifer in the plan to bring out the criminal. Even bringing out the criminal out of his cell is actually not very professional because that's just not it. That's not how the procedure works. Even for a police officer, that's not how it's supposed to work. Lastly, the clip shows a clear example of unethical workplace behavior. Lucifer used manipulation and charm to influence the decisions of the officers. He flirts, distracts, and persuades people to act in ways they normally wouldn't. This is not only unprofessional, it's dangerous. If law enforcement officers or any professional allows for personal feelings or influence to override judgment, it opens the door for injustice and serious consequences. In this case, a female officer risks being perceived as biased or manipulated, which could harm her career and the credibility of the department. In any workplace, personal charisma should never be a substitute for qualification, ethics, and rules. Allowing someone to bypass procedures just because they are persuasive creates an unfair and unsafe environment. For example, from the clip itself, we can see a few of unethical behavior actually. First, Lucifer flirts with the bomb tag to get what he wants. And then we have Chloe telling Ella, Detective Chloe telling Ella Lopez to talk with Lieutenant Pierce to maybe like comfort Lieutenant Pierce because of Lieutenant Pierce's loss about something. How, however, that is not the actual case. Not Detective Chloe trying to tell Ella to comfort, but it's actually so that Ella can distract Lieutenant Pierce for Detective Chloe to get inside, break into Lieutenant Pierce's office and get the cell key to the prison cell. So that's actually just not unethical because what if the prisoners escape? What if the escape go wrong? What if the prisoners can walk free, like pass by it, right? And then they pull a little prank. That is just not it. Because what if there's an emergency at that time suddenly? And then they were too busy on the bomb thing, on the bomb, the fake bomb, and it disrupt everything. It will cause a chaos. In conclusion, while the Lucifer clip is fictional, the workplace issues is it highlights are very real, disrupting workflows, crossing professional boundaries, and acting unethically can destroy not only an organization's performance but also its trust, credibility, and legal standing. Let's take this fictional example as a lesson. In our own workplace, we must respect rules, follow procedures, and maintain integrity at all times, no matter how persuasive or entertaining someone may be. Because in real life, we don't get a second click. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.